Yeah, you know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record. Off the record. Yeah, we keep it real. No filter shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on. We talk that talk in our own way. Off the record. Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Busy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. Nah. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a seat, it'll never be the same. Never. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We say what we said. Off the record.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It is Off the Record with yours truly, Minion the God. We got I Said What I Said and Foxy 2, Roxy 3. What's good, everybody?
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Happy Thursday to everybody. And I hope you sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the show because, boy, do we have a show for you tonight.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the show.
All right, guys, we are going to be talking about a lot of things today, but before we get into the show, y'all, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and that goes for everybody. I mean, you can support all three channels. We have Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Off the Record, and I Said What I Said. So if y'all haven't done so, make sure y'all hit the like button. And before we get into the show, I said what I said. Do you want to do the shout outs?
And sure, it would be my good pleasure, Minion.
All
right. So hello to you, Leo lady. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you, a brilliant, blessed mess in the house tonight. And we have J. Paul in the house tonight. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining us. We have the Alice, the blessed child of God. Happy Thursday, sis. Thank you for joining us tonight. And she's going to be in the bushes.
All
But,
right.
you know, she'll be in the bushes, but if we say something too provocative, she'll come out. Trust me when I tell you that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she'll be coming out in a minute. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser. Happy Thursday. Yeah. She coming out. We'll bring her out. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser. Happy Thursday, sis. Thank you for being here. Hello to you, the Real Brown Family Chronicle.
What's good?
Hey, Nestos.
What's good?
Happy Thursday.
We
Huh?
working for her. We working on stuff for her, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Nestos, we getting you together, girl. Getting you together.
All right. Is that everybody?
So far, yeah, that's everybody. So, why don't you just go ahead and introduce the topics and give people, a little chance to come in before we start the show. That way, people won't feel so far behind. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely, y'all. So today we're gonna be talking about a few different things. As you guys can see, we're gonna be talking about, of course, the ICE in Minnesota killing a U.S. citizen. So now we've gotten to the point to where not only are they deporting, U.S. citizens, but now they're just straight up, just you get a bullet, you get a bullet, everybody gets bullets now. So we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna watch some of the footage. We're also going to watch the mayor's response to what ICE has been doing. And of course, we're going to see the Republicans try to defend this brutal action that is clearly in any other in any other world would be indefensible, but they're going to try their best. And then we're going to get into some FAFO Ice Edition. Well, I don't even know if it's Ice Edition. It may be just MAGA Edition, I think is what it needs to be. So it's going to be MAGA Edition, FAFO. Then we're going to have a man who mocks ICE at the Minnesota airport. And I don't know if you guys all been looking at the tabloids, the digital tabloids, but Jamal Bryant has been all on the internet because his girlfriend, his wife, whatever she is walking around dressed
Wife.
like, yeah, it really doesn't matter, but she's walking around dressed like a hoochie mama that want to be seen. And so we're going to get into that, and then we're going to talk about the Republicans and their obsession with the Grinder app. So we're going to get
oh
into
my, they got an obsession, a new one.
their
Oh my.
obsession. So we're gonna get into all of that tonight. So if you haven't done so, grab your drink of choice, get some popcorn, and I say we can go ahead and get into the show. Y'all ready? Y'all think we ready?
Child, with all them subjects, I'm already clutching my pearls. But yeah.
All right, guys, let's
She
get
clutching.
into it.
I'm clutching my purse. Yeah, go ahead.
So they've been releasing a lot of different angles. We're gonna watch this angle first. That was just released earlier today, but it's kind of boring. But we're gonna watch it just to start off. So as y'all can see, this is like a angle from across the street. Yeah, so I don't. And as you guys can see, this is them trying to hold her, and then she's like, "No, nope, nope." And look, this man's still standing. Don't even look like he got hurt.
mm, he didn't.
But she got hurt. I
Yeah.
mean, it was not funny, but you know.
Well, she got more than hurt. She got unalived, is what she
Yeah.
got, because they shot her. And, there's no justification for this. Um, I know MAGA is trying to justify it. I know Trump is trying to justify it, and his whole Christy Gnomes is trying to justify it too. And let me just say one thing about this heifer. She's doing her news conference. Why she feel like she has to dress up for every damn news conference? She got her Texas cowboy hat on, or wherever she from. I, I I forgot what state she from. I think she's from Wisconsin. I don't know if she's from Wisconsin or I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, I forgot.
I have to look it up where she's
Because that's
from.
where she had did that campaign for meth. We're
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She got her little green shirt on and her little cowboy hat, and it's like she can't wait to do a news conference because she actually want to dress up for it. It's not about the information that she's putting out because all of it are blatant lies anyway. She hurry up and came out and gave a press conference before she even knew any details at all. she looked at the video. Her and Trump came up with their own narrative. I guess they called each other, emailed each other, what hell, I don't know how they do it. But they came up
Yeah,
with
True
this narrative.
Social with each other.
Yeah, truth socialed each other. And they came up with this narrative that this lady was trying to run over this ICE agent. And, your eyes, you could clearly see the lady was not trying to run over anybody. She curved her wheel right, meaning she swerved away from them, and she actually was just trying to get away. But let them tell the story. She was trying to she was doing a terroristic threat and trying to run over the ICE agent, and Trump said that the ICE agent was in the hospital and he was doing fine, and the man that shot her clearly just walks away. I know you've all seen it from the other angles, but you clearly can see the ICE agent walking away with no injuries. He's not even limping. So she didn't do anything other than get away, and I think just pissed him off. And so he just reacted and acting hot-headed and really trying to exude his power. So I guess he thought thought that he would make an executive decision to go ahead and shoot this lady for no reason at all. So we'll see how the investigation play out, because the federal government has taken over. The Minnesota police department was trying to investigate it, so they came in and they took over, so that I guess so they could sweep evidence under the rug or get rid of it. You know how they do it in the Trump administration. They make the narrative for whatever they want to make it for, rather than what the facts are.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on that tangent, but this story kind of
No, you
this
good,
story
because we
pissed
got a
me off.
long way to go when we talking about this, and we're gonna let
Yeah.
the people make their own decisions, because there's actually another angle that we're gonna watch before we get into. And you'll probably like this when we watch this. We'll do a reaction to Abby Phillips' News Night, where the Republicans are trying to defend this action. So let's look at this next clip.
What you're about to see is disturbing. There is crude language in this. This is graphic, and we do not know the context around this. We don't know what happened before this video.
Get out the fucking car.
No! Shame!
Why?
Oh my God! What the f? What the f? You just what the f did you do?
And the guy that just finished
Protesters are gathering at the
shooting,
scene at
just
this
walked
hour.
away- just walked
DHS
up to the
Secretary
car.
Kristi Noem said this about the incident a short time ago.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
Yeah. So y'all see, basically, she's
wait a minute. What vehicle was they pushing?
right. Exactly. Like, we didn't see the video.
Right, because I heard it was protesters trying to protest ICE instead of them trying to get their car out the snow, because it really clearly is no snow on the streets. The snow is on the side of the road. So in order for them to get stuck on the in the snow, they clearly would have to have.
Do not know.
They would have to have park in the snow, and it's not even enough snow to get stuck out of.
Look at this.
So we don't know what happened, prior to this clip of the video. So I'm interested to see what they're going to show, what happened prior to the officers approaching her car, because that's the part that we don't get to see.
Let's just watch it one more time, because we are going to watch it again in the next clip, but let's just watch it one more time so we can kind of.
The context around.
Oh.
What you're about to see is disturbing. There is crude language in this. This is graphic, and we do not know the context around this. We don't know what happened before this video.
He letting the people go. He clearly clear road, stops.
He tell her to get out the effing car.
Yeah. And then he shoots multiple times.
What the
Yeah,
Shoot
3
like
times.
3 times.
Yeah.
What the did you do?
And he
No
walking
way.
up. Wait a minute.
Protesters are
After he
gathering at the
shot.
scene at
Yeah, he
Now
walking like
Trump
he
got
done did something. He walking like
right,
he the
and Trump
man.
was Trump did his. If you go back and look at his live, he said the man was in serious condition in the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And then, but yet we see it right here. The same man that did it walking up to the car after she done ran in the back of another vehicle. This one right here, this scene right here. He's walking up on it, and then you see another video where he's walking away from it, like, oh yeah, call 911. So what critical condition or serious condition is he in?
Yeah, it's one of these guys right here. Look like it might be him. Ain't none of them in critical condition.
this
And then
hour.
Kristi Noem will
DHS
get
Secretary
her.
Kristi Noem said this about the incident a short time ago.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over. And
So yeah, we clearly.
Oh, wait a minute. They were pushing the vehicle out of the snow, and the woman
What you're about to
attacked
see.
them. Okay. The woman attacked them, and they were pushing the vehicle out the snow. She was sitting there fanning other cars to go around her.
Right.
And from what I'm trying to get the clip,
She was trying to let them go around her at first until they stopped.
Until they came up and approached
Right.
them. Yeah, so that's basically what it is.
I don't know what happened, but I did hear that the wife did put out that she was just leaving her home. She was in front of her driveway. Where she was at was in front of her driveway. She was trying to let the traffic go so she could get out because it was icy out there. And this is what happened. So this is what the wife said.
Well, let's look at the Newsnight show that just came out with Abby Phillip, where they actually are talking about this, and they're gonna give us a little bit more context, and we'll be able to react to this debate.
Protests erupting tonight after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in her car. Whether the shooting was justified is very much the question here. The Trump administration says it's clear that the woman was trying to kill the officer by running him over with her car, going so far as to call her a domestic terrorist. Now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey argues that it wasn't self-defense. And to be clear, there is still a lot that we don't know about this incident, including what happened in those minutes leading up to it. But we want to play different angles of this shooting for you. And I want to warn you, what you're going to watch here is disturbing video.
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my God! What the What the
That's crazy.
What the did you do?
And here is a second angle of the same shooting from a higher vantage point. Watch. Now, the mayor didn't hold back in his message to the Trump administration.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here.
Yeah.
Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Exactly.
Kristi Noem was unmoved by that remark from the mayor. Listen.
Mayor Frey called the claims of self-defense BS. How do you respond to that?
I say that he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's very clear that this individual was harassing and impeding law enforcement operations. Our officer followed his training, did exactly what he's been taught to do in that situation, and took actions to defend himself.
The word's gonna come back to hunt her, in my opinion, because I don't know no
Exactly
officer.
what he was trained to do.
Yeah, those are the words that's gonna come back to haunt her ass. And at the end of the day, I don't know any police training force or ICE or any type of training force tell you to shoot someone just because they're pulling away from you. What they tell you to do is try to eliminate a confrontation
The
and a
threat,
threat,
right?
and to
Right.
try to diffuse the situation and never shoot at anybody that's running away. Not even chase this time and day, this day and time, you don't even have to chase anybody. We got all these license plate readers. We have all this technology, facial recognition. They can trace your cell phone. They can trace you through social media. So they have various ways of finding us now. We don't get to hide anymore. They know where we are at all times. So why the heck are you even pursuing anybody that's trying to get away from you? Because you may not get them in a moment, but you definitely you definitely will have your opportunity to go back and follow up and get whoever it is that you're looking for, if you're looking hard enough. Everybody except for that man from Louisiana that stayed hidden for 6 months and then re-escaped again. That's the only Houdini I know in America that the cops can't keep up with and can't keep locked down. But other than that,
They found this whole girl's biography and was able to spin the narrative to turn her into a whole domestic terrorist. They got
yeah,
her whole life,
yeah.
in seconds, within
And
seconds. So you didn't have to shoot her.
yeah,
Let
and
her
if this
go
can
on.
happen to her, this can happen. This lady could have been any one of us. This could have been any one of us, and that's why you got to be careful when you're out there protesting. You can't. It's better not to even engage with ICE, and you see that they're not trained properly. So you're going into a world of unknown. They don't respect your rights. They don't respect the Constitution, and they not respecting you as a citizen. And so it's like we're in some type of Gestapo or something,
Yeah,
and
it's the
we're
new
supposed
world
to.
order.
Yeah, and we're supposed to just mind them for whatever reason, and they're not even actual police officers. Really, not even supposed to be in the community. They're supposed to be looking for immigrants, for illegal aliens at the damn border, and Trump got them all out here in the streets, harassing your everyday American citizens. So people be very careful, tread very lightly, because we're not dealing with real police officers that's trained properly. And even their boss just told you that they were trained to shoot people when they're running away. This is their training. So if this is their training, that means we're gonna have to reprogram and regroup and do things different if you want to protest this, or
Well,
else you
with
might
me,
have to get back home.
yeah, with me being in law enforcement, with city law enforcement and federal, there was a whole lot of violations there. A lot of violations there. First of all, the guy did not supposed to get out of the truck and run up on him and tell her to get out of the vehicle. He can tell her to leave the area. He's supposed to de-escalate the situation, not escalate, de-escalate the situation before you go to that extreme. So he supposed to walked up to tell her to move because she's, impeding the law. You don't walk up and tell him to get out of the car. Just walk up and you don't know the whole situation. That right there was bad.
Poor training.
Well, most of the ICE agents are not trained because they giving them the $50 to sign up. They're not going through the
And
proper training.
immunity.
And they get immunity now. But what we're getting, they are getting immunity. So they can do whatever they.
$50,000, Fox. You said 50, so we want to make sure we're giving out accurate information. So it's $50,000 to
Yeah,
sign up.
50,000 bonus. Yeah.
Right, 50,000 sign up bonus, $50,000 sign up bonus. They have to meet a quota to maintain that bonus, or they have to give the money back. Okay, so they have not been taught how to de-escalate. They're not taught how to go out here and de-escalate this situation. They're not law enforcement. They do not have a law to maintain the street. That's the difference between them and the local police. Now that he's using them like they're local police, and they're not. And this is where we have a problem. And this is where the law for the federal and the city and the county and the state varies. And right now they're trying to do whatever they're doing all the laws. They're doing all the police, policing now.
And breaking all the laws.
CNN law enforcement analyst and former Secret Service agent Jonathan Wackrow joins us in our fifth seat. Jonathan, there's a lot going on here. I want to play for you one more thing. This is a eyewitness, Emily Heller, who walked outside of her house just as this was unfolding. She spoke to Aaron Burnett earlier, and this is what she had to say about what happened in those critical moments just before a lot of these videos began.
They were telling her to leave. They were telling her to move, and then all of a sudden seemed like they were trying to get her. So they were telling her to move, and then in a split second they were saying they were trying to get her out of the car. So it was like she was trying to move. Once they were trying to get in her car, she was of course she wanted to leave at that point. They were extremely aggressive.
All of this just shows how dynamic these situations are for our law enforcement partners around the country that are faced with threats every single day.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, honestly. I think what you just said is incredibly reasonable for a normal law enforcement operation. Mm-hmm. What we are talking about here is not incredibly reasonable. One of the things Kristi Noem said was that the officer was following his training. One of the things we know about these ICE officers is their training is so limited. Their expectations of service is so limited. They are hiring basically anyone, giving them tons of money, and they're not prepared for these jobs. They don't have the training you had when you could make a split-second decision. We know that. We know how fast they're hiring, that they have 10x their budget. So this man was not prepared.
Yeah.
Or if he was, this is a woman in a minivan with her spouse, and like she's in a Honda Galaxy. She was moments before waving people to go around her car. As the witness was saying, she was standing on her front porch and they were like, leave, get out of here. And she was like, okay. She let two cars go in front of her. Mm-hmm. Then the guy came right up to her car and said, get the fuck out. These are people that are beating people on the street, people mm-hmm. who are assaulting people in custody, who are killing people and have killed people before. She's reasonable to think, I'm going to get out of here. And you can see her car back up. You can see the wheel turn. And then as she starts to turn, she's shot in the face. So, no, I think I'm taking crazy pills if we're going to talk about an ongoing investigation when the president of the United States is already calling her a domestic terrorist. Yeah. There's no investigation there. She's already been labeled a terrorist.
Oh, well, I mean, I feel like she just hit a whole... She basically hit all the nails right on the head.
Exactly.
And she said everything she said was correct. And, and the thing is, like she's saying, they have not had proper training. And this is the problem we're having. We got people out here just doing willy-nilly because they got the ICE on them. And also, none of them have a camera. None of the ICE agents have a camera. The ones that going out here picking up people off the street, none of them have a camera because the United States, this administration, said they didn't have the money to give all of them a body cam. So they don't have a body cam. So it's their word against yours.
But they got money to send to Argentina. They have money to give them a $50,000 bonus for signing up. And they got money, and they got money to build a ballroom, aka bunker, for Agent Orange.
Well, private investors are donating to that. Remember?
Oh, my bad. Well, he could have used some of that. Since he got what is it called? Asbestos.
It's got asbestos.
Asbestos. Yeah, since it's got asbestos, and they had to stop the building, so just go ahead and donate that money to some body cams. But they don't want any body cams. They don't want anybody to see anything because they're out here acting like thugs. Is basically what they're doing. and they're raining hell on the American public. And we may as well be called a third world country at this point, because this is what dictators do. And so I think we're beyond a constitutional crisis, and I think we're slipping into dictatorship at this point. So everybody better wake the hell up and yeah, and find and figure out what's going on in America, because slowly but surely we're turning into a dictatorship, in my opinion, allegedly. Full blown dictatorship. And ICE supposed to be trained for 12 weeks. They've knocked the training down to 6 weeks. So basically, they probably training them on how to use firearms, how to use tear gas, and what other mechanisms that they want to rain on the American public. And so, you know, something really needs to be done about this. I don't see how they're getting away with it. I know he's the president, but that's why you got three branches of government, which is the House and the Senate. They're not doing anything about nothing. Okay, they're just sitting on their hands, and the Democrats are saying, well, we can't do anything because we're not in control and we're not in power. Oh, but you got some steps that you can take to get this worked out. And I'm pretty sure all the Republican senators are not on board with all of this. So find you 10 good players to play along with you, and y'all need to get something done. Same thing goes for the House.
The academy training for ICE officers was shortened to 47 days, apparently picked because Trump is the 47th president. Training matters a lot in these high stakes moments. And now that ICE officers are fanning out across the country to the tune of thousands, training matters even more because they're engaging directly with the public. And we're seeing things like this happen. I mean, this is such a tragedy. It's such a tragedy. And I have to wonder, I mean, Obama was able to deport millions of people in this country. And I don't recall ever seeing things like that unfolding in suburban neighborhoods across the country. And you have to wonder why.
Look, Jonathan and I were talking about the training process for federal law enforcement. I own 2 firearms companies. I've done a lot of work with law enforcement at every level, particularly around firearms training. And look, training does matter. I'm not going to negate that fact. But I think for the viewing public who may not necessarily be used to seeing circumstances such as this, you do have a very, very split second, Abby, to make a very quick decision. It's not a methodical process. I'll give you a prime example. They teach a lot of law enforcement officials, federal and local and state, if someone has a knife and they're 20 feet away from you, where most people say, well, why would the officer shoot someone with a knife? And that distance is so great. They didn't have to shoot. They could have gotten away or used some other mechanism to subdue them. Well, a person can close a 20-foot gap in less than 10 seconds. And so the point that I'm trying to make by citing that example is to say, I don't know, to your point, what that officer saw or felt. I don't know if he saw her moving her hands and believed maybe she was grabbing a gun. I don't know, which is why an investigation, a very thorough one, needs to proceed forward before anyone can really draw any conclusions about what that officer saw in that moment.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm not sure that the Trump administration actually understands that there needs to be an investigation. You had Kristi Noem on the border with her cowboy hat saying right away that it was an act of domestic terrorism. And not only that, blaming the woman when she didn't even have the facts. Then you had Donald Trump go out and, instead of acting like a president, the way the president should act, also put blame on the woman. And so if we were in a normal circumstance with a normal president, with a normal cabinet secretary, and you know this from your time at the Secret Service, as we worked in law enforcement agencies, you have the cabinet secretary and the president of the United States call for a thorough investigation, independent one from the inspector general. You have the FBI in that situation. Do a thorough investigation with the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Civil Rights Division to figure out what exactly happened. But instead, there is a blame game. And I actually don't agree that there should be a blame game with state officials either. I think that both sides need to make sure that we are getting the facts first, and then we can go from there.
So I agree with you, Jonathan. I think there's some details we don't know yet, and we'll have to learn more about it. What strikes me is, first of all, it's extremely sad and unfortunate that someone died. I mean, the political fighting and disagreements aside, it's terrible. You don't want people to die in law enforcement situations or otherwise.
Lord, I already know he's gonna say something stupid, but just to kind of give a little feedback to what the black guy, what's his name? I forgot his name. Whatever his name is, what he was saying and what the lady on the side of him was actually responding with, that makes complete and total sense. Like she said, if this was a regular government, yes, it should be a thorough investigation. There shouldn't be anyone saying that the ICE agent was in the right and that the victim was the one who was a terrorist. Like that, you're already persecuted the woman before an investigation is taking place. You've already rendered a verdict. So I totally agree. And like she said, he shouldn't be saying this type of stuff. Go
And
ahead.
look how quickly they responded. Normally, it take the federal government, hours, at least 24 hours, at least a day or two, to come in and take over an investigation. As soon as this happened, they hurry up and rush to Minnesota to make the
Figure out how to spin
to
the
get the
damn narrative, right?
investigation. Yeah, to put the investigation under their jurisdiction instead of the Minnesota State Department or the regular police department.
Mhm.
Instead of them investigating, ICE want to, Department of Homeland Security want to make sure that they're doing the investigation, so that they can spin the narrative, like you said, say what they want to say, make it the way that they want it to be, and tell you, don't believe your lying eyes, believe us.
Right.
Basically, is what they're trying to do. And so,
Exactly.
I guess they think that people are, or I guess they think everybody is like MAGA, that's uneducated or low educated. And everybody in America is not low educated, and you don't have to be low
Low IQ,
educated,
you mean?
low IQ or whatever.
You
Well,
know how they
that's
like to say.
I'm using Agent Orange words because
Yeah,
he's
he
the
like
one
to
who
say low
said
IQ.
he liked the people with low education. Those are his words on the campaign trail. So that's the reason why I use that.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
know what? He called what's her name? Jasmine Crockett. He called her low
low
IQ.
IQ. Yeah, all black women are low IQ, according to him. But his ass can't even read. He can't even hardly read. But everybody else is low IQ. And at the end of the day, they want to try to spin this narrative and tell you, you're not, but don't believe what you see, believe what we tell you. And so once again, dictatorship 101, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
he said every time he go to the doctor tell him he has a genius mind, and he don't know how he was able to pass these tests so well, and he got a mind of a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. You damn near 80 years old, but you got a mind of a 20-year-old.
Well,
I'm
I would like for him
64.
to take. I would
With
like for him to
swollen
take one.
ankles.
I want him to take one of those tests in front of the American public, since he's such a damn genius.
He definitely ain't got no body of a 30 or a 20-year-old with them swollen ankles, them
Right.
bruised hands.
With IV holes all in them.
That hunchback of his, looking like he decrepit. All right, but
Hey, he better do like we do. Go get you some cocoa butter. You need some cocoa butter, buddy.
It ain't enough
clear them
orange
hands up.
makeup.
Huh?
It ain't enough orange makeup in America that could cover up
I'm
the
talking
fact
about
that
get the spots out of his hands, because you can see where the needle's been pricking him in his hands. He's getting some type of he's doing something intravenously, in my opinion, or he's getting stuck in his hand for whatever reason. And you can see it, when you look at it close up, you can see all the little pricks in his hand. So that's why I told him to go get some damn cocoa butter, smooth his skin out, or some biotin oil or something.
What do you put on reptiles to moisturize their skin?
Just throw them back in the lake with the damn alligators. It ain't nothing.
That's probably what we need to do with you. Okay.
But it strikes me that we are undergoing an epidemic of political vigilantism right now. Why are people showing up in vehicles, in convoys, not just in Minneapolis, but all over the country, in an effort to obstruct lawful federal law enforcement activities? This is not an isolated incident. We have had hundreds of car rammings against ICE agents all over the country.
Obviously, there's not a general consensus on what lawful is, because a lot of these people don't feel like what they're doing is lawful at all.
Well, in America, you have the right to protest.
And that too.
And they didn't look like they was impeding anything to me. Everybody was in their cars.
She was letting people go around her.
She was letting people go around us. So how are they impeding it? And if it's so many stories, why aren't you showing all these stories on CNN since that's where you are? You know, that's where you work at. You got a big microphone, so you can just let everybody know what's up.
I'm just trying to figure out where all these videos where you can see all these ramming of the cars. Because I've seen them attack people on the street, but ramming other cars, I haven't seen any of that.
According to DHS, this lady in this car today, along with other vehicles, had been tracking ICE agents around. Why are people believing that they can drive their car into a federal law enforcement situation and that is an appropriate thing to do? I don't drive my car into the Treasury Department and try to run somebody over. I call my congressman. Political vigilantism is being encouraged by Democratic officials like the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan, who earlier this year told people to, quote, put your bodies on the line, and Tim Walz calling these guys Gestapo all year. What do you think happens when you radicalize a base of people about this?
It does strike me, Scott, that we actually don't know that she was doing any of the things that you suggested. We don't know anything about what she was doing.
Right.
I mean, do you know as a fact?
DHS has said out loud today that she had been tracking around ICE agents all day long. That is part of the report.
I think that I've read everything there is to read about this woman so far, and we have very little information about what exactly she was doing. She lives in that neighborhood, it seems, but we don't know that she was a part of a convoy. We don't know that she was trying to do anything particularly with ICE agents. We know her wife was outside of the vehicle recording, but again, we were talking about jumping to conclusions.
You think they may have just accidentally wandered in there?
No, she lives there. That's what.
So your position is
live in the neighborhood.
She lives in that neighborhood.
You say the federal government is lying about them following ICE agents around?
Yes,
in her own neighborhood, she can do that.
That's the point of an investigation.
And that's the point. Exactly.
And I have no problem.
But I mean, it's her neighborhood. If I want to follow people around that I feel like shouldn't be there, I follow people around that I feel like shouldn't be there.
They follow us around when we're in their neighborhood to see where we going and what we doing. So why we can't do that to you? They can't do that to you. Number one, that's her neighborhood. Number two, you don't, like he said, there has not been an investigation. So you're going by what they're saying. They haven't even done a thorough investigation on her. Because first of all, they said there was no investigation needed because what the ICE agent did was legal. So what investigation do they need? Now all of a sudden they want to investigate because the FBI is coming in, because now everybody's saying, wait a minute, you already condemned a woman and you haven't even did an investigation to justify anything you're saying. Then you said there's a domestic sale that she's involved in. You have no proof of that. You have not got her computer. You don't have her phone. You haven't gone through her phone to do the investigation on that. You haven't did an investigation on her computer to find out if she has had any communication with no domestic terrorist group. So how are you going to sit back and say she's part of a domestic terrorist group when you have no proof of that? Because the woman just passed away a couple of days ago. That's the fastest investigation I ever heard of.
And thank God that the public is out there, because once again, there are no body cams on these guys. And so all the information that we're getting is basically coming from citizens that's filming them and that's watching them. And thank God we are watching and filming, because if we didn't, we wouldn't know what's going on. Because, you know, whenever this administration give us a story, we don't know if it's true or not. You have to fact check everything that this administration say. And half of the time, you don't even have to go and fact check it, because you've seen the news clip, you see what happened, and then you see them get on here and just spew out a bunch of BS and a bunch of lies. And so, thank God we do have people with cameras and they're pulling them out and they're filming everything that's going on, because hell, they look like we need to if they're gonna be just taking people out of it on a whim and because they feel like it. There was no justification for this at all, and I don't know what Scott is talking about. I don't know why he always want to try to spin the narrative, and nobody has stopped ICE not one time from arresting anybody that they want to arrest. I've seen them push people down to the ground, and that's women, children, men, anybody. They have done so. They have just rain hell on American public. They're just doing out here acting like what do you call the police that act so lawless? They're out here acting like commando or some damn body on everybody. Yeah,
Right.
they're being commando on everybody. And there's no need and there's no reason, only because they don't want you talking back to them. Like, who the hell are they? We could say what we want to say to them.
A
And just
dictatorship.
like you say what you want to say to the cops, you could say what you want to say to ICE. I don't advise you to, because look like you're gonna get unlived if you do. And that's all what this is. He got pissed off because she was talking noise to him. So now, if you say something that they don't like, I guess your life could be in danger. Is that the name of the game now? Because that's what it seems like to me.
That's what it
They're
seems
trying to
like.
exude their power and want everybody to be afraid of them,
Bingo.
and whatever they say is what's gonna go.
You
They
got
acting
it.
like they acting
Now
like a
you
bunch
got
of
it.
they acting like a bunch of vigilantes. They run around here acting like a bunch of vigilantes. They just going ahead and take the law into their own hand and treat it any way they want and twist it any way they want. And they feel like I'm free to just go out here and unalive anybody. You say something to me, you saw how the guy got out of the car. He walked up. He didn't even de-escalate. He escalated the situation.
Right. Exactly.
With an investigation.
When did it become illegal to follow ICE agents around?
It's illegal to engage in obstruction of
If I
federal law
am
enforcement.
filming
Is
you
it
with
not?
a
Is it a
camera,
felony?
but they're not impeding.
It is a felony.
She was filming, right? She's filming them because ICE agents have been known to kill people, because people are disappearing in custody, because we're missing 1,200 people in Alligator Alcatraz.
This is the political
because
vigilantism.
this is not political vigilantism.
You're
These are
encouraging
the
people to
facts.
interfere
I am
with
not
federal law
encouraging people.
enforcement.
I'm saying that
And
we need to
people
get
are
it on
getting
tape
killed
because
because
the
of it.
DHS is lying, because ICE is lying, and because people are getting hurt.
I think that
and they're
there is obviously
Amnesty International just did an entire thing on ICE.
But hold on,
Amnesty
there's
International. That's not
there's a
meeting a
big
Democrat.
difference between there's a big difference between recording law enforcement, which you can do, and impeding law enforcement. And knowing the difference is going to be extremely important in this case, as it has been in every other case where this has come up. Anna, there were a lot of people who warned that, a massive increase in ICE presence on the ground would inevitably result in American citizens being the victims of some of these encounters.
Yeah, to me, this day is very, very somber, because I think there were so many indications that this was going to end up happening sooner or later. And it's a day where I think we need to be very sober. And I think, a few things. First, we live in America. We have a right to protest. We have a right to videotape what is happening and amplify the truth. But for the videos that were taken today, we wouldn't know the truth, and we wouldn't be seeing it with our own eyes and able to judge it. Also, I think it's negligent that the ICE forces have been increased so quickly, and that there's people without the proper training and the proper experience. I don't know if this agent who shot this woman today, I don't know if he's one of the new recruits that got offered $50,000 and maybe has less training and experience than ICE agents regularly do.
47 days.
And that might have been a contributing factor to how this ended up. Maybe if it had been an agent with more experience, the response would have been different. What I do know is that there's a 6-year-old boy who's now orphaned. His father died in 2023.
Dang.
And today his mother got shot to death.
Dang.
And I think it's a time of reflection in America. Protesters need to be peaceful. Protesters have every right to show up and demand accountability. But I also think our government has to be responsible in who they put out in the streets armed and the tone of what's happening with ICE. We've seen some agents really abuse power and almost relish what they are doing. We have seen pregnant women dragged through the streets. We have seen children left alone in cars. We have seen people shot. We have seen people chased like animals. Look, it's a very difficult situation, and we've got to reflect on how we do this so that it doesn't continue happening.
As you mentioned, it did seem to some people.
Y'all got something to say in response?
No, I just said what she said, and I
Right?
feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm watching too much of this because everything I'm saying is the same thing,
It's
you know,
coming
that
in exactly.
yeah, it's like and you guys know I can't remember that long, so you know I can't remember what they're saying. So it's like we all feel the same damn thing, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everybody feel
We
the
all on the
same
same page.
disgust. Everybody
Right.
feel the same disgust of what's going on, but I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we were headed in this direction.
like I was saying, what both of us were saying, what I was saying is they're telling you exactly that they are not trained properly to do what they need to do. And it's not just no 2 or 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then now they done cut it down to 8 weeks. So 8 weeks they out there doing whatever they want to do. No, that's
No,
not.
they cut it down to 6 weeks. It was
47
12.
days.
Yeah, it was 12 weeks,
It's
and they changed
47
it.
And that's
days.
still not
So that's
enough time. That's still not enough time because you still got to go through. When you go through.
it's about 6.5 weeks.
And then this guy, from what they said, was suffering from PTSD. So you put a firearm in the hands of a person suffering from PTSD. Okay.
And because a couple of months ago, there was an incident involving another shooting with ICE agents. They shot into a vehicle and shot a woman. Then they charged her with trying to ram the law enforcement, but those charges were dismissed by a judge in part because of contradictory evidence that contradicted the ICE account of what happened in that
i.e.
incident.
video
And
footage.
I think all of this, to Anna's point, raises questions, Michael, for me about this pact that we have between law enforcement and the citizenry, that under normal circumstances, when you get a badge and a gun, it's a huge amount of responsibility. And that responsibility also comes with, you show your face, you're accountable, you report to someone, and you also have.
So, yeah, I mean, they just go on with this debate, but I think it's clear, like you said, I said what I said, that everybody's pretty much calibrated on this issue. Outside of, these far right lunatics that think that everything Trump does is, the golden standard in the Bible. Outside of that, I think everybody is on the same page. This is not how we want our government to run. This is not how we think that ICE should be out here, picking up illegal immigrants. It's just, yeah. So
It's
with that
crazy.
being
It's
said,
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy.
I just I want to say this because it's on my mind to say it. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. And don't take this the wrong way, people that's in our audience. Please don't take this the wrong way. I thought that they were waiting on us to go in the streets so that they could declare martial law. Okay. I really thought they were waiting on the black people and the brown people to spill out in the streets, and then this was going to be the end factor. But apparently, it's anybody that quote unquote, the American public, because
Anybody, right?
anybody can catch it at this point. And I really thought that they were gonna target us, and that they were gonna target anybody else, any person of color. I felt like that we didn't need to protest because this result is what was going to happen. But it looked like it doesn't matter who's protesting. It doesn't matter what color you are. It's us against them. And yeah. I'm totally shocked, and I'm totally surprised because I never thought that they would do this,
Yeah, so brazen.
to a Caucasian person.
Their
I
own
just
people.
didn't. And I
Yeah.
don't want to sound racist, but that's what America is. America is divided up in everybody in their own little corner, in their own little groups, unfortunately. It shouldn't be this way, but hey, this is what it is. This is what we have to deal with. And like I said, I really thought that we were going to be the ones who they rain hell on, but it looked like they're going to rain it on anybody that get in there in what they call their way or impede their quote unquote investigations or whatever the hell it is they're calling themselves doing.
Right. And you know what? I'm glad you even brought this up because that kind of brings us to the next part of the video. I said, you know, if you guys want to watch the full clip for Abby Phillip Newsnight, you're more than welcome. This on CNN. You guys can take a look at it. It's definitely a good show. I would definitely recommend you guys going to watch it. But we got a couple of other topics that we need to discuss, like the FAFO that I said what I said was just talking about. This is the MAGA edition. We found a few videos. I said what I said. Found a few videos that we were like, "What? Wow! I guess it's
Stop
it's
blaming
hitting
me for
everybody."
everything. Hey, stop blaming me for everything.
I guess it's really hitting everybody. It's hitting home too.
Yeah, baby, it's hitting everybody, baby. And so
Let's-
you know, nobody's is exempt. Is extinct or what is it? Exempt. Yeah,
You're
nobody is exempt at this point, in my opinion. Anybody can catch it. Look like so. Kids, pregnant people, short people, tall people, fat people, skinny people, all people can catch this hell that these people are raining down on the American public.
I feel like all those people that you just described are the people that was affected in this next montage of videos. So, you know what? Let's get into it. It's going to be
I'm
so
gonna get
funny.
you. I am going to get you.
I voted conservative. The craziest thing has happened to me a few weeks ago, and I really feel the need to share it from the position of a very pissed off conservative Christian woman. I almost died. I almost died because I was denied medical care here in Iowa after being diagnosed with a fatal fetus. So my baby was not going to make it. There was no chance of it. We got multiple opinions. No chance. Shortly after that, my health started to rapidly decline, and I was not able to seek care in a timely manner or nearly at all. I was told to miscarry at home. So I had a fetus in me that's poisoning me from the inside out. I have 3 healthy, lovely children at home, a business to run, a husband, and I'm not allowed to choose me? Where's the pro-life in that? Pro-life, like, choose me, choose the mother. We're completely forgetting the mother in this situation. At no point should a dying fetus have more precedence in a healthcare system over a healthy mother.
So you wanted an abortion. Almost like this is what doctors and pro-choice advocates have been warning you this entire time. Did you think the abortion ban that you and other conservatives voted for wouldn't actually apply to you? Abortion is healthcare.
I got an FAFO, a big, huge FAFO for the red state of Missouri. Missouri, yes, Missouri, step to the front. General Mills is pulling the plug on 3 Missouri manufacturing plants. You heard me correctly. FAFO, Missouri, the red state of Missouri who voted for Donald J. Trump. FAFOs for many red states every single day. Many Trump supporters that voted for Trump are finding out that he sucks at the economy. He has gone bankrupt 6 times. So many small towns that voted for Donald J. Trump are in the FAFO phase. Trump supporters are in the FAFO phase. Hi, my name's Christina. I have a master's in business, and I am bringing you FAFOs daily. Many plants have closed in red states. This is just one of several. $82 million, the plug on 3 Missouri plants. FAFO, Missouri, FAFO.
Crawford says her contract with Roar Bus came to a halt February 1st after she put up this sign which read, "Out of respect to English-only students, there will be no speaking Spanish on this bus."
I didn't mean to be racially insensitive or anything like that. I don't know what else to do. I get it. Medicare and Medicaid now.
What a
and
surprise.
SNAP. I had to get on antidepressants because
Of course, it's the old white lady that's on government assistance that has a problem with the kids speaking Spanish. This is in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, in a town of like 800 people. And she wants to single out one kid on her bus route. She said she didn't know if he was bullying people, so she didn't want him speaking Spanish. Well, if he's the only one speaking Spanish, how can he be bullying them in a language they don't understand?
Right.
Didn't mean for it to be racially insensitive. That's exactly what you meant, because you're a racist. You're just a bus driver. You don't get to make up policy for the bus. You don't own the bus. You don't own the company. You're just an old, angry, racist woman that wanted to single out and bully a child. No reason for you to be ever working with children.
What in the fuck am I going to do with a Trump phone? I don't need another phone bill. We didn't get a stimulus. We didn't get a DOGE check. We didn't get no debt relief. No help for rent. No help for your mortgage. No help for groceries. They won't raise our wages. They won't lower prices. We're fucking drowning in debt. But guess what we get? We get a Donald Trump phone. A fucking phone. Gold-plated with Trump's picture on the back of it. I voted for him. Do I want a fucking Trump phone? No! I want some goddamn relief. No food stamps. No help with childcare. No clean water in Flint. No cheap utilities. But a gold-plated, freedom-fueled, white, red, and broke Android with unlimited patriotism for $47.45 a fucking month.
Damn.
Can't call your doctor, can't afford your medications. But don't worry, you can call your landlord and tell him you still can't pay the rent money with your Trump phone. This is what America's come to. No solutions, no support, just a $47.45 phone plan. What is
That's
this?
cheaper than our Apple.
Is this a marketing plan? Are we saving the country, or is this all about marketing? They gave up on helping us, but hey, at least the phone comes with a flag so you can show your patriotism, I guess. I don't fucking know anymore.
Oh, I live in a 10-story apartment building, and I only pay $50 in rent. Does that make you angry? Does that make you shiver in your boots? Does that make you want to punch me in my face? I pay $50 for a 2-bedroom for my family of 6 with the help of your tax dollars. Thank you very much. Love you guys.
A few moments later.
For ruining my life. I'm not going to the 10th floor. I'm not paying that extra $50. I'm the only one that's going to have to pay it. It's going to be $100 out of my pocket that I don't have. So I called my boyfriend to let him know this. Now he doesn't want to be with me. I can't go to the 10th floor. He's not going to help me pay it. I'm the only one that pays it. I'm scared of heights. And there's no elevator. All right?
No
I'm going to have to walk
walk
10 flights of stairs every day. I'm not doing it. So y'all see, there's multiple reasons why I'm not going to the 10th floor. I would rather be on the streets to go to the 10th floor.
Wow.
Thank y'all for ruining my life. Over one video. One video. Now my boyfriend don't want me. All because of y'all. Y'all got mad over one video that you're trying to ruin one person's life. Or how am I the most hated?
Yeah, probably because you thought it would be cute to get on the internet and run your mouth about how funny it is that you get to live off everybody's tax dollars.
Right.
Why is it that they tell those of us that make money that we have to be humble? And you're broker than any of us ever dreamed of being, and you're more arrogant than anybody else. If you that arrogant about living off of everybody else's tax dollars, I couldn't imagine what you would do if you got your hands on some money. Take this as a lesson, you little smart ass. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
That part. that one right there. That was a FAFO right there. That what she get. She should have kept. I remember there was another lady. There was another lady that did that. She got on there. A white lady. She got on there on social media and was bragging about her cars and the money she had, all for our tax money and all this stuff. Remember, they got her butt too, because she was saying she was getting all this from the Social Security checks, and she was getting she was driving around with a a Cadillac truck and Escalade truck, and she had all these purses, and she was going on all these trips, and it's all off their tax money. Her rent was so much money, and she was bragging about it. And remember, they took all of it. Now she was living
let's
on the
talk
street.
about the ones we saw though, because they don't see that one. Let's talk about this one that they saw, because she, like he said, she was so arrogant, and she decided to come on social media and flaunt it in everyone's face that she's getting she's living off of everybody's tax dollars. And
Could
do
you
you know
imagine?
it's people going to work sick, don't even feel like going to work, but they don't have no damn choice but to go to work. And you're gonna get on here on social media and play in everybody's face, and now you upset because they didn't take your benefits away. They only increased your rent $50. So now you, instead of you paying $50, you pay $100, which is nothing for rent. I guarantee you, it's a lot of people that's on their job right now paying rent for over $1,000. Wish like hell that they could pay $100 a month for rent. And now your boyfriend don't want to live with you because he can't come up with the $50. Well, what the hell you even have him for if he can't even afford $50?
That part.
They should have took all of it. They should have took it all. And then you say, then you make the statement, you're afraid of heights, no elevator, so you rather sleep outside. Go out there and sleep outside one good night when it's real good and cold outside. When we're about like 28 or 30 degrees, I guarantee you'll get over that phobia, and you'll walk your ass up the stairs, and you'll go inside that in that nice warm house. You can rest assured of that.
You definitely will.
So you're capping.
That part.
I'm surprised she even got a call. All she got to do is do some door dashing or something, so she can get that extra 50.
Yeah, that's all she had to
She don't
do.
want to, though. She was bragging about spending y'all money. She's bragging about spending the money for the people that go to work every day.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
y'all want to slap me. Y'all shivering in y'all boots. Y'all want to slap me because y'all taxes is paid for my rent.
Wait a minute though. And then the white guy talking about he ain't getting no food stamps. Well, I thought y'all didn't. I thought it was all of us that was on food stamps. I didn't think you guys, took advantage of food stamps, according to y'all, according to the news, and according to America. It's the African Americans and the brown people that's on all of the government assistance. But y'all on here crying. The bus lady was crying. The man was crying, talking about all he have is a Trump phone. And so how she gonna the bus driver, how the hell you gonna single out one kid like he said? And you're talking about you don't know if he's trying to start problems or not. Well, how about if the other kids may be messing with him, because kids are cruel. And if it's just one of him and he don't have nobody else, how we don't know that the other kids are picking on him and he's just trying to defend himself? Because 9 times out of 10, that's basically probably what's going on, since he's solo.
And if it was that big of a deal, why didn't you just talk to the kid mama? I bet you ain't had the balls to tell her.
Right.
That,
or just throw him off the bus, and or go tell your supervisor, hey, he needs to be thrown off the bus, because there are mechanisms in place for unruly kids on the bus.
And then also, she don't even know if one of those kids on the bus can translate what he's saying. He been on the bus and he talking in Spanish. They might talk. My granddaughter speak fluent Spanish.
She just wanted to be racist. That's just
right. And then she talking about it. I didn't know it was racist to do that. Really?
No, you didn't know that other people was gonna call you out on that racism. You thought everybody was down with that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of times when you live in, they say it's a small community, you think everybody in a small community feel the same way you do. But, that's not necessarily true. Everybody don't feel that way no matter where they live. And let's talk about the first chick, the one about the abortion, because she probably was the main one. Oh, we need to get rid of abortion. Well, part of abortion is health care. Okay. So when you can't carry a fetus to term, sometimes you have to get an emergency abortion, or either an abortion that's scheduled, because your fetus is not going to make it. So now in the South, especially in the South, these women are losing their lives because these doctors want to keep their license. They're trying to follow the law that abortion is illegal. So no matter what position you're in, no matter what condition you're in, you gotta basically almost die on the table before a doctor would touch you now, because you decided to put somebody in office that wanted to get rid of abortion. Because abortion ain't all about somebody getting pregnant and terminating a pregnancy. Abortion is about health care also, because some people who want to keep their child can't keep their child and need an abortion. And now you guys done messed that up. And you heard what she said. She almost lost her life because she couldn't carry her fetus to term. And
Right.
so do your research before you make a decision. That's a prime example of being uninformed, low educated, not paying attention, not knowing what you're voting for, and not doing any research. You need to do your research before you make these executive decisions that you're making when you put somebody in office.
Exactly. As my brother, my little brother, Minion has on his soundbite. Do your fucking research.
Oh yeah.
Thought you knew better. Do your fucking research.
Yeah. You gotta do your research. You got to. So next on the chopping block, guys, we're gonna talk about the man that mocked the the ICE people in Minnesota airport. All right, so there was this video that was going around. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this man, I guess he's a comedian, or maybe he's just a cab driver. But
yeah, I hadn't seen this one.
Yeah, he's an Uber driver.
Yeah, Uber driver. So let's get into this one. He's really funny.
Can I see your ID? Why the hell would I show random people my ID? You want to steal my identity? Where's your ID? Let me check if you're a U.S. citizen. How about that? Man, you guys better move on, man. Look at this motherfucker. A4. What kind of name is that? Alcohol 4? What's your initial? Right here. It ain't over there. Why would I answer?
So y'all see he's sitting over there.
Why would I not be a citizen of this country, man? Are you a citizen? Are you? Why are you getting close? I can hear you. You can stand there. How come she got a GoPro and you got your a police issued a body cam? What's going on with you guys? Why do I have what kind of shit is this? Dude, listen, I'm here working. You're working too, right? So go. It says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border. I'm working, dude. You were from this country. What do you mean about
the border patrol? This ain't the border, motherfucker.
Oh, so you're going by accents now? Is that what it is?
Where were you born?
Is that accents? Have you heard the Israeli accent? Have you heard the European accent?
You just
it's
proved
garbage.
My point. You're a brilliant
it's
man.
retarded,
You just
dude.
proved my point.
You going by accents?
You just proved other countries.
You guys want to argue? I got time. I got time today.
You're not arguing. You're proving my point.
Today, man.
Thank you, sir.
You guys do whatever you.
You see how he put it? He's trying to put his hand in that man's
Yeah,
face.
he's trying to escalate it. Yeah, he's trying to get him to react.
Yeah, yeah. And that man ain't
And the whole
taking
time
the bait. I'm glad
he
he
said
not.
we're going by. He said, "Oh, we're going by accents now. We going by accents now. This is how ICE agents are doing people now. They're just going by just stopping anybody and asking them, are they a United States citizen? So, like you said, I said, well, say, hey, anybody's victims now.
What do you want to do? Where's your ID, sir? I'm not going to show you. I don't have to show you anything. If a police officer comes here, I'll comply with it. But U.S. Border Patrol, I don't even know if you're a real police officer. Where's your ID?
But you just said it.
Where's your ID?
You just said it.
And I'm not going to go by C20. That's a periodic chemical. That's a periodic element. C20? What are you, carbon 20?
I'm wearing my ID.
Male C20. Are you walking away, Bill? Come back. Hey, Bill, come back.
Oh yeah, he realized he couldn't intimidate him, so he just decided to walk off.
Right, because if you notice, he said they got initials and a number. They got a letter and a number. They don't even have a name. Police officers have last names on their badges. They don't even have a last name, first name, nothing. C20. He said, you know, that is.
I feel like he walked away because he don't want nobody to know who C20 is. Because they know anything social media get, it's gonna spread like wildfire. And if
Yeah.
that's how they can identify you, then C20 gonna be all over social media.
Yeah. Who is C20? Okay.
And then a hacker gonna find out who C20 is for real.
Right.
Mills, come back. Come back. No, hell no. Why would I come there? You come here.
Man, shut
you
up.
came to my car. I'm chilling on my
And it's
social
written
media.
in. It's a damn written in.
I'm Mexican. And it's a shame. You ain't even got a camera on. You got the police camera. Yeah, you got a
Now look at all these officers for one man.
What else you guys want to do? That ain't you guys? It wasn't ICE? That wasn't ICE?
Look at that. Look at all them officers.
Whoa, go on now. Harassing Africans. You guys got the right guy, man. I got the time today.
You say you got the right guy. I got the time today.
Where are you from, Mr. Mills, with your big ass body? Where you from?
Big ass body.
Yeah.
That's a strange
All of these other
compliment.
motherfuckers small, man. Look at your officers. Hey, the famous guy. I've seen this guy on TikTok. Look at it. He got gas canisters and shit. What's up, officer? How you doing, man? Let me talk to you guys.
You doing all right today?
What's up, man?
You doing all right?
I see you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the soundtrack and everything.
Yeah, he the head of them.
Officers coming over here harassing the hell
He
out
under
of
Christy
me.
Nome.
This guy's saying because, no, he said because I got an accent.
Yeah, and
He has a
you said everyone from other countries.
Yeah, have you seen the European accent, brother? It's worse than
Thank you
mine.
so much.
I know you guys can understand my English. I got an accent. I know that. I'm black too.
Hey, I've got an accent.
Yeah, you got a busted accent.
Oh,
which is
man,
crazy.
oh.
What's going on, guys?
You said I have an
here.
accent.
Homeland Security in person. The big boss over here.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Are we in Germany?
He is really trolling
You guys
you.
want to take me in or something? You're running it right now.
Yeah.
Illegal alien, man. I feel like I'm from another planet. Yes. I might
You
be
are?
from another planet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, if you're from another planet, that counts too.
Well, if that counts, well, I'm an alien, guys. Let's do DNA tests and shit. You got a lab? We can run some blood tests to see what the hell shit is. Yeah.
Hey, I shaved too.
I mean, yours,
But yours is prettier than mine.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mr. Mills. Mr. C20, cup on 20. And alcohol 5 over here.
And alcohol
I go by
5.
A3. Nice to meet you. Man, isn't this crazy though? You guys are doing a crazy job going everywhere. You literally
appreciate that.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But the thing is, you just going off the wrong shit. You got to find the criminals, man, not the people working. This is an Uber waiting lot. We're literally working. You know, I've been here since. Look, criminals doing Uber?
Oh, yeah.
That's not how it works, brother. Maybe criminals are doing ICE. How about that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
You guys shooting at people, man. Somebody just got shot for what? Why did you guys shoot that lady? Answer me that. There's an officer today that shot a lady in the head, dude.
Oh, you want to talk about shooting? That is funny. He said, "Watch out, shoot that lady in the head." That is messed up. But you know that's Troy Egger. He's the deputy secretary of Homeland Security. He right under Christy Nome. And remember, he was on TV the last time that they had an altercation with the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
So why he out here? Actually, he's the one that went to court too. Remember when they sent the judge to jail?
Oh yeah.
He had
Look
to,
at them with this camera.
yeah, that's the one that had to. They want to take his picture and stuff so they can find out who he is, and so they're gonna try to come get him when he's not, in the middle of the night when he go home. So that's what they doing. They trying to get a footprint on him. Is basically what they're doing. But this Troy guy was the one that was in court. The one that when they arrested that judge, and he was the one that had to go talk to the judge about why he arrested a judge. He had to go to court for that.
And look, he's still out committing whatever you call it.
Felonies. Shit. Felonies.
Ooh.
Can I see your ID? What
I don't.
the hell would I show random people my ID?
What do we got to do with Uber rides?
And because there's a bunch of hardworking Somalians here. You guys just coming to terrorize them, man. Why are you guys acting like terrorists? Head of all of these guys is literally here, man. What do we got to do with Uber rights? And because you know there's a bunch of hardworking Somalians here, you guys just coming to terrorize them.
Oh.
He said, hard working Somalians here.
I wanted to see.
Can I see your ID?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, isn't this crazy though? You guys are doing a crazy job going everywhere. You literally appreciate that.
I wanted to see the conversation when he started asking about that ICE.
Going off the wrong shit. You got to find the criminals, man, not the people working. This is an Uber waiting lot. We're literally working. You know, I've been here since. Criminals doing Uber? Oh yeah, that's not how it works, brother. Maybe criminals are doing ICE. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You guys shooting up people, man. Somebody just got shot for what? Why did you guys shoot that lady? Answer me that. There's an officer today that shot a lady in the head, dude. For what?
I don't know what
really?
You got all these stuff. You could have just got her, man. She's not gonna like fly out of the country. Like an alien with a spaceship. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. What you guys want to do? Literally, the head of all of these guys is literally here, man. What do we got to do with Uber rights? And because you know there's a bunch of hardworking Somalians here, you guys just coming to terrorize them, man. Why are you guys acting like terrorists? Terrorists? I think your idea of terrorism. Every person here is working. Uber, if you don't have an app, if Uber didn't verify you, if your app is not active, you cannot be here working. Do you know that?
Does Uber verify citizenship for
dude, I don't work for Uber in that capacity.
Right. What is
that? Me out too.
You see what I'm saying? Like Uber doesn't verify your legal status to be in.
Dude, they make sure that you're safe. They do a background check. They just don't. They just don't give you the app access immediately. They run the background check.
And I think that's great.
Yeah, it is what it is. You guys coming here pissing in our little porta potties, man. Just taking over everything.
But you said you put up on the back of the street.
Why would I answer you?
All right, well, that was him trolling the ICE agents. It's a half hour half or more of that left. But
basically, he's an engineer. He has a degree in engineering. He's just doing that on the side for extra money. He's an actual engineer. So you're harassing this man, and he's American citizen with an engineer degree, and he's doing that on the side for extra money. And this lady, the lady that he was talking about, walked up on him, tapping on the window, asked him why was he sitting there, and that's how this all started. Jumped off. They heard his accent, and they just automatically just started surrounding him, thinking that he was from another country and he was here illegally, because they're trying to deport Somalians too. Remember, they're in trouble too. They're trying to deport them back too. So they thought he was Somalian, and he was going to send him back. And they were going to send him back. That was all this was for.
And he a big time tax payer. If he's an engineer, he ain't getting no income tax back, baby. He paying into the system big time. And you're out harassing, you're out harassing taxpayers that's paying good tax dollars, that's paying for your salary. That's what he should have told him. I'm paying your salary, and you over here harassing me. And if it wasn't for me,
he was telling them
you.
Well, that's why he was so confident.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now, y'all, we gonna part of Trump and do a brief intermission. We gonna come back. Oh yeah, we got drum roll. We gonna get into old Jamal Bryant. Do we have a drum roll? Oh, that's not the right one. Okay, but we're gonna get into Jamal Bryant and his controversial woman with her controversial dress.
Yo, that's his wife, aka, and let's not forget, she's supposed to be his co-pastor of the church.
Child.
I know.
His wife for today, she looking for clout too, so that's the reason why I don't.
Well, you heard what I said. She co-pastor, and Jamal might want to watch out because she might be trying to get his job. So he might want to tread lightly.
That part.
Because I'm pretty sure he ain't nothing. I mean, outside of him probably spending money on her, I'm pretty sure she feel like she could do better.
Because there's a double standard in church when it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got outer shape preachers. Our misogyny has become institutionalized and cloaked under spirituality.
Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live.
Oh yeah, so this is the Officer Tatum clip. So y'all, if y'all haven't done so, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel if y'all want to.
Live or make a video. Hey, it's 2026. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Jamal Bryant, the most scammiest pastor in American history. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? I used to listen to Jamal Bryant back when I went to an all-black church, and before
we even get into listening to what this young man has to say about Jamal Bryant, what did y'all think about her wearing this dress?
I gotta get me a hoochie mama. I thought about Marvin Cease and his song Hoochie Mama.
I did too.
Is what I thought. And
I did too. I thought about it.
At the end of the day, like I said, she's supposed to be a pastor also. So, with the two titles that she has, there's no need for her to wear this dress. Who is she advertising to?
Right.
And why is she advertising when she has a husband and she's supposed to be a woman of the cloth? And all it's doing is giving all the parishioners permission for them to come up in the church house looking like this. And Pastor Jamal ain't gonna say nothing because he's upholding it. But yeah, she looks horrible. It's a nice dress. I would expect to see Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Rihanna, Sexy Red, Glorilla,
right? Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto.
Anybody that's in the music industry, this is fine for them, but not for a pastor's wife. I'm sorry, but it's not appropriate. And she actually, and it does have the material to make it look nude underneath. So there is a
nude illusion,
an illusion of nudity is basically what it is.
And so you knew what you was given, because if you didn't have to put the nude, why would you even have to put something like a nude mesh to hide anything up under that? You know what I mean? And why is it your skin color?
Yeah.
Make it white.
He the one bought it. He said he bought it for his wife, and he wanted her to wear it.
He'll lie. He paid for it. She's picked it out, but he paid for it. He didn't go out to go pick this dress for her. And at the end of the day, he probably was pissed off when she bought it. But since he want to, he want to be a simp,
right?
So he can't stand up for himself. And let's keep in mind who Jamal is. You heard what Officer Tatum said. He's scammy. And so, he was married to Giselle Bryant that plays on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Got 3 kids by her. And she had to run this ninja down just to even get her child support. And he was her husband.
Well,
it's not like he was her baby daddy or nothing, but she had to run down her husband to make this ninja pay child support. And so, he has he loved women. And it seemed like God ain't done with him yet when it comes to that. So I advise him to pray to the Lord, get on the Lord side and pray to the Lord and ask the Lord to take this lustful behavior and mindset that he has so that he can lead his flock appropriately.
Well, you do know that he had a allegedly a baby by one of the parishioners of the church while he was married to this wife.
Child, ain't no telling. I know one thing. This is the reason why I can't deal with black churches. I ain't gonna even lie to you, because people like him because that's what's mostly at the top. These type of people. You be the pastor be riding around in the Cadillac and looking all sharp while the parishioners struggling. You know,
Got on potato sack dresses.
yeah,
And loafers and shit with head rags on their head. But at the end of the day, church is a business now. It's not about the Lord no more. It's a business, and they bleeding souls. And when I say they bleeding souls, people are leaving the church by the millions. It used to be that everybody in the community, went to church or attended church. Some people was in the church, upheld the church. And now the church, they putting a bad taste in everybody's mouth about the church now. People don't even really want to go serve the Lord no more because, like Minion said, because of people like him. He's part of the problem, not the solution.
Well, I'm be transparent. I was in the church, all about the church, praising the Lord in the church. I wake up Sunday morning, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm on my way to church. I don't care what y'all doing, I'm on my way to church. Y'all could be out here falling out on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna step over you, go on out the door. I'm going to church. Now, I ain't been to church now in what, 5 months? The last time I went to church was say goodbye to my loved ones. Other than that, being in church on a regular basis, I haven't been there in about 5 months now.
Yeah, she looked like a pick-me. She looked like a wannabe video vixen, like every other girl that's trying to be
Superhead.
Exactly. And she looked like she gave it too,
I'm just saying. But I just want to say this too. Y'all don't let these type of people keep you from the Lord, though. If you want to go to church, just do like I do now. Because I stayed out of the church for a long time. I actually got back in church, and now I just go to church. I go in there and get the word, and I come right on back out, and I don't know whatever else they doing in there. I don't care about what they doing in there. I ain't gonna be on no boards. I ain't serving no. I'm not gonna be serving no meals. I'm not gonna be doing nothing other than going in there to get the word and come on back out and let them do what they do. Because what we can't do is let somebody like this, like these two, keep you from from praising God and for saving your own soul. Help asking God to save your soul. So try not to let this type of example keep you from the church house. And
look where this is bunched up at. Look,
I see. Yeah, baby. It's giving advertisement big time. Okay. but yeah, don't let these type of people keep you from the Lord. That's what I want to put out there.
It almost like a little hair, like the little
like a patch and everything, baby.
Look, and if I didn't know that they were a pastor and a first lady / assistant pastor, I would think they was somebody, like you said, from the music industry, out here like Beyonce and them. He look like a Jay-Z and she Beyonce. Walk, standing there posing. That's the look they portraying.
Yes, that's who they want to be. That's what they want to. That's the look they want to give off. That they Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right, in the church house though.
The church house, right. Let's keep watching this Andrew Tatum and see what he say.
I realize that these people are frauds. Jamal Bryant, back in the day, hoodwinking us. Let me tell you how he preached. I'm still the man. Although I haven't been faithful to my wife, none of my wives, and probably got babies out of wedlock at Empowerment Temple where I left because I'm cutting up. But I am the man. Even though my wife can't put no clothes on because she want to be worldly, I'm still the man. That's what. Let me play the clip. Look at that man wife. You supposed to be believing in God. If you reading the Bible, you ain't gonna put that on because you holy. And you supposed to be following the word of God. But see, these people are worldly. They just work for the church. They just entertain at the church. They not talking about nothing and teaching nobody nothing. Jamal Bryant cheated on his first wife at the church while he was the pastor at Empowerment Temple when I used to watch the sermon. Let me show y'all the clip when he cheated on his wife. I'm still the man. Let me. I was at my house, my apartment, laying on the floor, watching Jamal Bryant preach. And this was his new sermon that he did. And I knew he cheated on his wife and all that. I said, I want to see what this brother got to say. And this was the clip. Roll it.
Bishop John Bryant, who this morning is in Nevada for the primaries and is preaching this morning. My denominational leadership is Bishop
What are you whispering for?
Who is
right
on a missions trip.
I was thinking the same thing. Why are you talking like that?
And the psalmist said, you have to encourage yourself.
And they cheering too.
I'm glad that all of you all are here this morning. But today I'm going to preach to myself. 2 Samuel chapter 12. 2 Samuel chapter 12.
I'm going to preach to myself at
I want to look
church.
at just one verse. 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse number 7.
Verse number
Nathan said to David, you are the man. This is what the Lord
You
the
are
God of
the
Israel
man.
says. I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you from the hand of Saul. I ask that you go to Psalms 51. Psalm 51, and want to look at verses 10 through 13. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation and grant me a willing spirit to sustain me. Then I will teach your transgressors your ways, and sinners will turn back to you. You may be seated. I want to preach for a little while today using as a subject,
I'm the man.
I'm still the man.
Shut up. Shut up.
And they cheering.
And they cheering. They cheering.
And this is after he cheated on his wife and she left him with a woman, allegedly a woman at the church, whom many believe that he got pregnant. And he come back and teach this sermon, preaching to himself on a Sunday morning with people there, making it all about him, trying to compare himself to King David, who was the king of Israel, appointed and prophesied about by God himself. Jamal think he like him. Now, this is his response to his wife dressing like a hoochie mama. And he had the nerve to chastise the church because he wants justification for his wife looking like a bimbo. I don't know where they went. Mind you, his critique is coming from a man that is married to a second wife after committing infidelity, and also at a second church. He left Empowerment Temple, went over to New Birth, who was where he proceeded after Eddie Long, who was a I would say a prankster. He was a fraud person himself. Eddie Long got caught messaging young boys at the church, sending pictures of him in the bathroom. And the scam artist took over that scam church. And this is his response. Roll the clip.
Because there's a double standard in church when it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got outer shape preachers.
No, he didn't. And no, she's not walking up.
Who rail on modesty, but have never preached a sermon on obesity and gluttony. Our misogyny has become institutionalized.
And the sad part about it is this congregation is egging this immature, obviously nothing of the Lord is in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they are praising it like it's really actual worship.
Well,
That's the sickening part.
it's the hypocrisy for me, because they're sinning by glutton. My wife can sin by dressing naked.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
gander. So we're gonna go tit for tat. It's basically how you trying to justify this. Still ain't no
Instead
justification.
of being a man of the Lord,
Right.
Lord ain't justified talking about you fat ass motherfuckers out here. You know, y'all ain't talking about y'all weight, but y'all want to talk about my woman dressed like a slut.
Mm-hmm.
Let her dress like a slut.
That's what I like.
Oh, he ain't finished. He brags about how she looks like a slut, and it's okay.
Okay.
Let's hear.
And cloaked under spirituality. Today, if a man falls out at the altar, you will let him lay there. But if a woman lays out at the altar, you'll pull out more sheets than Bed Bath and Beyond.
Time out. Do you know why? It's because when a man fall out at an altar, he have pants on and a suit. When a woman falls out of the altar, she got a dress on with her booty coming out of it. So when you lay down as a woman and your skirt come up and the whole congregation see your underwear, that's a problem. That's why they throw the towel on women and lay up there so you don't see they hoo-ha. Men got full clothes on. Women got mini skirts on at church nowadays. That's why, Jamal, why you playing? You been in church your whole life. I've been to a black church. They don't put no towel on you just because you're a woman. It's because women be wearing clothes that if they somehow lean a certain way, everything out. Let them finish. We got 2 minutes on this. Let them finish.
In the black church tradition, in case you did not know, in the church that you were raised in the black church that you were raised in, ushers coming down the aisle had to put their hand behind their back. That was, in fact, instituted for female ushers so that men who were sitting on the aisle would not be attracted to look at their derriere.
Think about
so
this. Hold on, time out.
Their hand.
Time out. I don't know if that's true, but that don't make no sense.
Right.
You putting your hand on your lower back with that big old grandma booty ain't finna stop nobody from looking at it. You telling me a usher is walking down the aisle with a donk, big grandma booty, two ham hocks, and she got a hand at her lower back, and you somehow are gonna be like, I don't see nothing. You telling me that hand covering that whole booty? Y'all ain't never been on black. Can I keep it real? Black women booties is different. Not all of them, but it's a lot of them. And that a hand ain't covering all that. If anything, the usher putting a hand back there make you look at the hand. Now you're looking at the hand and the booty. Because usher got gloves on. And they got a regular thing with the white glove on. If anything, you drawing attention to the back of you. Jamal, why you lying? Roll the clip.
In behind their back to block the eyes of nasty deacons who couldn't keep focus on the cross.
I hate how he talks. I hate how they talk.
Like this. So disingenuous.
We have placed the full responsibility of warding off temptation on women without putting a demand of sexual discipline on men.
Kind of true. That's not fully true.
We have swallowed an Americanized rape culture. The American rape culture asks women first, What were they wearing? As if the hemline is an invitation to violation.
I mean, usually it
So
is.
no correction for brothers in tight pants. No correction for brothers who got their shirts unbuttoned all the way to their belly button.
Women.
No correction for brothers wearing the tight shirts even when it's wintertime. Be very clear that the Jezebel spirit is not gender specific. There are Jezebels and there is Jarrell.
All right, so that was pretty much the clip that I had took from his segment, from his video. So if y'all want to watch the rest of it, y'all more
Thank
than
you
welcome
for
to.
stopping this mess.
Yeah.
And this is how he feels about it. And he said in another clip, he said, that's the way I got that from, where he said, I bought the dress for her.
Because there's a double.
I picked it out and I bought the dress for her. And this is, and because I like what she looked like in it and blah, blah, blah. He justified it. Then he basically said in a roundabout way, if you take care of your health, you can look like her in the same kind of dress instead of walking around here with a sack on. And I'm like, ooh, you just going nasty. I'm like, wow.
Of course he's gonna justify it. Hell, he's trying to keep them pews filled up, and he don't want the congregation to go ham on her, and he want the congregation to be okay with that, and basically kind of giving them permission to dress however they want to dress with this sermon that he's talking about here, saying that the men not being held accountable, and it's all incumbent upon the woman to cover herself up, but the men could just, they wear tight pants or blah, blah, whatever. And nobody is saying anything to them. So basically he wants them to buy this crap so that they can stay in that church and they can continue to pass out them coins, because it's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's not about the Lord. It ain't about the church. It's about the Benjamins. And that's what he's trying to keep going. He wants them Benjamins to keep flowing, baby.
That part.
Well, I definitely think that he makes it, he's the reason, like you said, a lot of people by the hundreds are deciding to stop going to church because of people like him. And people and women like her.
Right. And church used to be the staple for black people. Whether we were serious about it or not, most of us was raised to go to church, and that really used to be what brought our communities together, how we used to fellowship with one another. And you were frowned upon if you didn't go to church back in the day. And now, with people like him and Eddie Long and all these other preachers that's falling by the wayside, and it ain't just in the black community, it's in all communities. Hello to Tammy Faye and Jim. Hello.
Right.
It's not just the black preachers. It's all preachers, in my opinion. Even Trump's minister here in Texas, he got a charge for child indecency and child porn and all of this and that and the other. And so it's hard to serve the Lord when you have predators that's in the pulpit. Okay, because basically that's what we have now. We got these predators in the pulpit, and we got these criminals in the pulpit, and a lot of these preachers need to be vetted. Just like that ICE guy said, just like homeboy said that Uber vet them. Well, I think these churches need to vet these preachers and find out where they come from, because some of them been to the pen, and they found God when they, was locked up, and then they out on here, they get out, they get free, and then they come to
It's easy to
church.
find God when you locked up, though. See.
Yeah.
And when you get out exposed to the world after a certain amount of time, you start going back to them old ways.
Right. And a lot of them are child predators. And they're at these churches so that they can prey upon your children.
Well, speaking of predators and preying on children,
I promise you guys, I hadn't seen any of these videos. I don't know what order minion you have them in, but roll that bean footage, minion. Go for it.
Okay.
Kankles McTaco Tits, who I've nicknamed Kanks for expediency. You know, Kanks tried to give a microphone a blowjob on the campaign trail. He has a cult that's deeply attracted to him, yet they probably need him to be beefed up. So his photographs are constantly photoshopped, and then they're, disseminated through the cult. So this headline will come as zero surprise to anyone that the Daily Mail of all places is reporting that a secret gay sex scandal explodes in Republican Party as closeted congressman who's engaged to a woman is accused of sordid double life. Let's read the excerpt.
Not sordid.
A secret gay sex scandal has rocked the Republican Party. I want to remind you that's the MAGA party. Right. As married men and a sitting member of Congress have been accused of sleeping with male escorts, even as their party thunders about traditional family values. In candid interviews, young, muscular sex workers in Washington, D.C. described a booming business fueled by Republican MAGA officials, from state lawmakers and high-powered lobbyists to federal government staffers and at least one congressman. The revelations come as the GOP faces renewed scrutiny over its hypocrisy on homosexuality, publicly championing the traditional nuclear family while privately indulging in the very behavior many Republicans denounce. But that's not all. Pop it up. One DC-based male escort described having a 2-year relationship with a sitting Midwestern congressman who, during that period, had multiple serious girlfriends. The 29-year-old sex worker with the boy next door looks described dinners at downtown DC eatery Butterworth's, a popular MAGA haunt, followed by late nights. He told the Daily Mail on the condition that neither man was identified. The unnamed lawmaker is closeted, cautious, and carried the weight of a public image that left no room for who he really was, the escort said. It's gotten difficult to ignore the dissonance between the man I know in private and the votes he casts publicly. He said the Republican is now engaged to a woman. Last one, another escort, a 35-year-old with chiseled features and a bodybuilder's physique, was also candid. He described officials in the federal government, a state senator, and lobbyists among his clients. And so for those of you that listen to the real news, you would know that Grindr crashed at the RNC when everybody had maxi pads on their ears and were singing God Bless America and bopping around with Kanks. They all left. And they all got in Grindr because they all want to go secretly do gay stuff and then be horrible, awful, piece of shit hypocrites during the day and praise Jesus and vote all of this hate, anti-gay shit, while at night they're going to do gay stuff. Kankles, McTaco Tits, whoever, and lobbyists among his clients. And so Bless America and bopping around with Kanks. They all left and they all got in Grindr because they all want to go secretly do gay stuff and then be horrible, awful, piece of shit hypocrites during the day and praise Jesus and vote all of this hate, anti-gay shit, while at night they're going to do gay stuff.
The Republican Party is filled with healthy men who have what they would call a healthy sexual appetite. That's why last year's Republican convention in Milwaukee was called the Grindr Super Bowl. It was the Grindr Super Bowl. That was what they called it after the gay dating app Grindr crashed from all the Republican tourists in Wisconsin suddenly trying to hook up. Some say the app enjoys a 66% spike in whatever city Republicans are holding their convention. Grindr's CEO, George Ariso, during an interview in July with Unheard, confirmed there was a significant spike in usage in and around the Milwaukee area during last year's Republican convention, but he denied the servers crashed. Well, someone's in denial. Speaking of denial, it's been reported, however, not verified, it's been reported that Ariso, the CEO of Grindr, the gay dating app, has donated to Lindsey Graham's campaign. That's been reported, but I have not been able to confirm this.
Wow.
Grindr, a dating site used predominantly by gay and bisexual men, actually crashed during the Republican convention. According to one of Grindr's executives, the RNC is Grindr's quote-unquote Super Bowl. The idea that so many of these Republicans are hooking up with random guys that they actually crashed the site would be funny if it weren't for the fact that they belong to a party that is the enemy of the LGBTQ plus community. There's no doubt they have every intention of going after marriage equality, but if these fascists get into power, no longer having the right to marry will be the least of our problems.
You guys know what happens at conservative events. Grindr blows up, it goes offline. And so all of everything that they preach about, every accusation is a confession.
Yes.
That they
You know what's so funny to me? Where do the highest number, not talking about percentage wise, the highest number of registered sex offenders, where they live?
Red states.
I'm about to say
Texas.
South.
Texas
has.
Congresswoman.
Texas has almost 80,000
Not my
registered sex
neighbors.
offenders.
That's funny. All right, so that is all the things that we had to talk about, guys.
Oh, I know you ain't trying to go and not let me speak on this.
No, let's go. Let's get to it. Baby.
They got chiseled.
I'm laughing at that too. When you say chisel, I say chisel.
Chiseled?
They like them chiseled.
They
That's
like
why
them chiseled, baby.
That's the reason why they always have to Photoshop Donald Trump so he looks,
Chiseled.
like a chiseled,
Yeah, so you look chiseled.
chiseled daddy. They like,
Okay. And see, the whole thing about it is this is 2026. Don't nobody give a damn who you sleep with, who you love, and who you want to be with. The average person could care less, but it's the hypocrisy of it all. You want to take away, well, first of all, you're targeting LGBTQ people. You're talking about them. You're calling them all. You're calling them. You're raining. You're targeting trans people, and we don't really even have that many trans people. Let's get that straight. Also, they act like every person that's gay want to be trans, and that's not true. Okay, you don't even have that many trans students in the schools, but you're targeting them also. And Lindsey Graham has a whole boyfriend, and he's in Congress, and he's targeting the LGBTQ communities. And so, cut the cap and just
come on out.
Yeah, come on
Just
out.
live
Don't nobody
your
care.
truth. Yeah.
Live your truth. Don't nobody care. It's 2026. You don't have to hide anymore. And, just treat people like you want to be treated. At the end of the day, you sneaking anyway. You sneaking and peeking and looking for chiseled people. looking for chiseled mates. But it's real ironic, though, how the app crash and get overwhelmed every time they have a Republican convention, because remember they put that on the Democrats, and so the Democrats are owning it, and we're like, we don't care about LGBTQ people. We for the rights of everybody. But it's the Republicans who want to take away the LGBTQ rights. It's the Republicans who's always crying about them. They always crying about them. They always complaining about them.
And there's only a woman.
Yeah, it's a man and it's a woman as far as marriage go. But then they want to sneak at night, like Jamal Bryant. You know, they want to go sneak and be with them in the midnight hour.
Mm-hmm. And hell, JD, he dresses up like a female on his,
Right, he
not
wear
to
he
mention
wear
the fact that
mascara
he
every
wears
time.
mascara
Every time we
and
see him, this dude got
he
on
got a
mascara.
smoky eye and his mascara every time.
Right, got eyeliner and mascara. Wear more mascara and eyeliner than I do. Okay. and he got a wife.
Yeah.
And I really want to know who these congressmen are that's in the Midwest. I want these internet sleuths to figure this out. Y'all figure out this mystery for us, internet sleuths, the people that do all the investigations on the internet. I want y'all to figure this one out for me so I can figure out who it is that y'all talking about. I will, inquiry minds would love to know.
Well, guys.
Exactly. Come on, internet. Come on, sleuths. Y'all can do it.
We've been through a lot on this show, starting with the Minnesota shooting, talking about the GOP. How do y'all feel about the GOP trying to actually defend ICE's behavior? Do y'all think this is just the beginning to many more deaths?
Yeah, it's the beginning of many more, and they'll defend it until it hit home. MAGA will defend it until it hit home, and anybody else that's defending it is going to defend it until it hits home. Now, when it hit home, then it's going to be a different story, because right now it's not happening to them, it's happening to you. But once it hit their doorstep, then that's when some changes will be made, in my opinion. But they're doing what they always do. They're going to hold up their boy because that's what they do. It's not about what's right and what's wrong. It's all about what the cult leader want to do. Okay, and he's gonna lead them all the way into a whole dictatorship that they're not ready for, that they think they're ready for, but they're not ready for that.
I just I was telling them before we came live that they just had another shooting by ICE agent. I'm not sure at this time. I have not found out updates as of this time, the condition of the two people, but two people was shot in Portland, Oregon, and they were by ICE agents, and so now they're doing an investigation into it. Now the DHS is saying it was customs, but they're saying it's ICE agents. So we don't know which one it is. So I'm doing more investigating into it. So hopefully we can keep y'all up to date, but check your news and Google about the Portland shooting, because they just had two people shot.
All right. Yes, I know ICE is definitely not, this is definitely just the beginning. Since JD Vance gave them the signal that they're no longer going to be held accountable, that they have immunity, I know this is just the start. There's going to be a lot more shootings to come. So we will, I'm sure, be talking about this in the future. But outside of that, guys, we also see the FAFO with the MAGA people. They're fucking around and finding out. Also, we see the hypocrisy in the GOP. So we discussed a lot in this show. If you guys are still with us, we truly appreciate it. But can y'all do us a huge favor and press the like button? Hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to I Said What I Said, Foxy 2, Roxy 3, and of course, Off the Record. Do you guys have any final comments before we get up out of here?
No, child, I think that's enough. I think I've said enough. Everybody just try to stay safe. Make sure you got your ears and your eyes open. And just keep your head up, and all I can say is, try not to indulge in these protests. And I know we have the right to protest, but if you're gonna protest, make sure you be careful, and definitely don't indulge with ICE, because we see what they're doing.
What your local laws are.
Yeah, know what your local laws are, and make sure you you dot the I's and cross the T's if you want to spill out in the streets, which I don't recommend. But unfortunately, it's the only way that you know,
It's
we're
your
going to
right.
get their
So,
attention. Other than that, you know, everybody will think that, you know, that this administration would think that the American public is on board with what they're doing if they don't spill out in the streets.
right.
So, you know, we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard spot when it comes to that. But, you know, get your voter registration together and make sure you got your real ID so you can go to the voting poll. That's the only way we're going to make these changes is by voting. So I'm going to say that every show. Just make sure you register to vote and make sure you go vote, because it's not good enough just to register. Make sure you actually go vote and go vote these people out of office, all the way from your city, all the way up to the presidents, all the way up to the Senate. Because the only thing we're not going to vote on is the president, but everything else will be voted on more than likely, you know, depending on your state. So vote as much as you can and try to vote these Republicans out of office, because even though Trump is doing this, these Republicans are pushing him right along. They're co-signing everything that he does, and he can't do anything without them. And that's why he don't want the Democrats to win the House or the Senate next year. He said he's going to be impeached. And so I think by the time the midterms hit, ICE keep doing what they're doing. I think the whole American public is going to want him impeached, including MAGA, because he coming for you next. It's us right now, but y'all going to be next. So y'all stay tuned.
All right, y'all. Well,
all I have to say is, like she said, keep your head up. Don't go out here. Yeah, keep your head up. Buckle up. We in for a ride for 2026. Seems like we're already starting off this way. So we're gonna have a bumpy ride to start off with. Let's hope it eventually smooth on out. You know how they say when you start off with a ride on the plane, it start off a little queasy and bumpy, but then it eventually smooth. So let's hope that 2026 eventually starts moving out.
I agree. And with that, guys, we are out. We will see y'all on the next show. Peace.
Yeah, you know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filter shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on, we talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2 Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard, busy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. Nah. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a seat, it'll never be the same. Never. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose.